Okay, you were coming through pretty fine, but the game audio was a little quiet.
I mean, the game audio is kind of supposed to be quiet since most of the time we play games where there's like talky talk that I don't want to get cross talk, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
it's sort of background noise. That's good. Now I can stop talking. So Mega Man is working. It's officially connected to stream. All is well. But we can keep talking and playing Mega Man because of course we can.
Yeah, we'll wait till Fanboy comes back, then he can double check, make sure everybody else comes or somebody else comes through in a decent volume.
I've often fucked up on like other people talking.
Oh hey.
It's hard to balance.
That is I'm terrible with his name. Chrome. Okay.
Oh, Chrome's here?
How you doing, Chrome? Yep,
Hi.
Chrome's here.
Hello, we're just doing a random test. Playing some Mega Man.
Okay. Yay.
I've got a new setup, so I want to make sure everything is working before Tuesday, as opposed to we get to Tuesday and then I realize, like, I haven't put in my Twitch password in 7 years or something like that. It's a thing that happens.
That'd be impressive because you were just on last week.
Well, no, last week, I mean, like, when I'm on the Discord, I very rarely interact with the Twitch chat, whether I'm streaming or not, so, like, I was not actually logged into Twitch in any capacity for that. Since Beat was streaming.
Well, that's right.
Yep. Bomb Rush. Jeanie, just as a curiosity, do you ever watch, like, the quote-unquote reruns where you're not involved? Since they go up on YouTube eventually.
Yeah, sometimes. It's cool. What's the last one? It was one of the Superman
Play
games.
Corn Kids.
No, I don't do porn games. I got some better stuff for it.
No, I said Corn Kids.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Corn
like,
Kids.
chopsticks.
Oh, it's Megan, man.
It's hard, man.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, it's always...
it's 3.
As somebody who played Mega Man 3 was my first Mega Man, I've always thought it was an interesting choice to name something hard, when in fact it is not any more difficult than anything else. I mean, come on.
Yes.
We've got the hard-hitting comments today. So did anybody else see that Robert Kennedy Jr. killed a bear and left it in Central Park and staged a crime scene?
Brother, that's not even the worst thing he's done.
I mean, it's up there.
It probably wasn't even the worst thing he did in 2014.
It's just such
Look
a
up what happened to his second wife. That's... Oof.
Of course you went straight from hard man to top man.
Yes. Hard beats top.
The jokes, they write themselves.
I mean, God, what was it? Freaking Bob and George, which made like 10,000 homophobic
Oh, Goggle
jokes.
Bob and George?
My secret
Where's
origins.
Goggle George?
I was the one who invented Sprite Comics all along, and I've spent the rest of my life as penance.
You ever notice that, like, a lot of NES games have slowdown and sprite flicker? Even by those standards, Mega Man 3 just runs like absolute dog shit.
I mean, wasn't this one of the ones that was produced in like 30 seconds or something?
It's one of the ones that Inafune was always like, oh, this one has a stressful development.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it was 5 has the worst, though.
It's been a while. I played them fairly, like, in rapid succession last time, and I didn't recall 5 running as badly as this one, but it's been a minute. They started to bleed together by the end, except 6. 6 was really good.
Yeah,
well,
I always was annoyed as a kid when I say a kid, I mean, like, predominantly a teenager, because 6 doesn't have
As a 24-year-old.
Yes, as a child. But 6 has a pretty lousy reputation for being, I feel, one of the better Nintendo entries.
I would say it's my second favorite.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Them's fighting words.
I would play it over 3.
Yeah, no, I mean, 6 and 3 I think of as like similar in my mind because they're both games that I feel like there are some places where they swing for the fences and fail, but overall are good games.
It has Beat the Bird. It has those cool adapters. Those are fun.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, the adapters are great, and there are a few random places like Plant Man Stage has some gimmicks that are, let's say, interesting.
It's helped by being extremely easy, so when a gimmick doesn't work, you're at least not playing it for very long.
This is true. Oh, can somebody hop on and listen to make sure, like, us having conversations?
Yeah, I'll check.
Sounds correct.
Okay.
So that means, Jeanie, you have to respond to everything I say.
Oh no.
Knock,
Wait,
knock.
why do I have to respond? Why do I
Crows
have to
can
respond to what you say? Why
We are
can't you
all
respond
awful
to
for
me?
the record.
What'd you say?
I say, why do I have to respond to you? Why don't you respond to me?
It's true. We do often talk over Jeanie.
Yeah.
That whole polite thing happening again.
Jeanie's polite and has things to say, and we're assholes, but have nothing to say. It's great.
It's weird how that
Yep.
works. Well, that's right. This doesn't have Eleanor.
I don't mind. It makes me feel more like a woman.
Oh,
Hooray!
making me feel even worse about it.
You make me. Shut up.
Gender,
Shut-
gender affirming
shut up.
sexism.
Shut up.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to be that mean, but
No,
I just had to
no,
make that
it's
dig.
well earned.
It's well earned.
top man, more like bottom man.
Ew.
Got him. Got him.
Ew.
Hard. I beat him with the hard fist.
Yeah, that was the joke I made when you selected him.
Yep, no, we're all good.
Also, it's called Hard Knuckle, you Philistine.
Hard knuckle. And the top spin. The most maligned weapon in gaming.
Perhaps because it sucks. Consider.
Perhaps. Yeah, consider this. It's terrible.
It's not that it sucks. It's just it's programmed badly.
I mean, to the end user, that means it sucks.
Yeah.
To the end user. I'm picturing Mega Man just like writing a complaint to Dr. Wily.
Oh, baby.
Hello.
Hello.
Cool.
I beat.
This is gonna end up on the Gogglebob blog.
I'm-
Bonus
Oh
stream.
man,
The test stream. Featuring
test
Mega
stream. I
Man.
love test streams.
Now you have to play all the Mega Man games.
Every.
I mean,
last
technically it
Mega
was
Man
years
game.
ago, but
I did
it.
it. You can too.
I did 6 and 7 on the stream in one night, if memory serves.
No, I didn't say Mega Man Classic games.
Oh.
And we did all of
Oh, no.
Legends.
Yeah.
So that's one
Hey,
for
Just
Jeanie,
means you
I
have
just
about 40 left.
Yeah. I would not want to stream the Battle Network games just because I could just
Because you're a
imagine
coward.
our reactions to them as you jack into a refrigerator.
No, that's the good part. The bad part is when you're doing like Battle Network 4 and it's just like, oh, these storyline sections are so interchangeable, it's completely random which one you got.
And why are we fighting Top Man again?
He's back.
But in POG form.
Yeah.
And
Where is
Frankly,
Pog
I'm
Man?
upset at the idea, Gogglebob, that you would be like, I don't want to fight Top Man. Everybody should want to fight Top Man.
I mean,
I want to fight Top Man right now.
we just
Too
did.
late. Prince Hordkin asks, are we going to be tested at the end? And the answer is no, only Gogglebob will be.
Yeah. Technically, anytime
He will be
with
found wanting.
Gogglebob is a sort of spiritual test of his fortitude.
Gogglebob will be tested and found wanting.
Yeah, like every time we have tested him, he has failed.
I'm just picturing me sitting in the chair from Xenogears.
I'm seeing a combination, like you're doing the Clockwork Orange shit, but in the chair from Xenogears.
Can't believe I just totally missed a jump.
We're doing
I can
it's-
100% believe that.
I'm trying
Run
to like
right
think
off.
of ways. Wow, Gogglebob, I can't believe you died like an idiot.
Well, at least now this confirms where everyone's lag is.
I mean, I just opened up the stream and I'm running late.
You're running late.
Can you?
For
Can you
something
be
that was
running
scheduled
late?
like 10 minutes ago.
I mean, like, I didn't have my phone on me, so I missed. the
Yeah, I'm
Discord
saying, can you
notice
really
that
consider
you
yourself
said
to be
shit.
running late to something that Gogglebob gave you 5 minutes notice on?
It's like, hey, I just want to test this.
Yes, I can, because it's very important that I bully Gogglebob at all times. We were just in the same room, fanboy. You know how important bullying Gogglebob is to me.
Bullying Gogglebob is so important to beat. Like, I don't know if Jeanie saw this. So important to beat that when bullying Caliscrub, he started accidentally calling him Gogglebob.
That is true. It just felt natural, right? Wow, you got hit by every single one of those parachutes. You're going to be the first
It was
You're
terrible.
There
going
was
to be the
really no
first
excuse for that. I'm
person
sorry.
since little Timmy, the year this game came out, to actually get killed by the parachute man.
This,
Well,
this
without
was a
being active
shameful.
with it.
This was a shameful display of Mega Manning.
Yeah,
I wonder,
like
I
I
wonder
feel
if I could just instantly die.
I like how you say that as though it would be like some sort of achievement. Can I? Do I have the fortitude to instantly die?
I believe in you, Gogglebob. I feel like you have what it takes to instantly die.
Especially because your selected weapon is one that requires you to hammer your face directly into the opponent.
I just,
Yes, we all believe in you, Gogglebob. Smash your face into that opponent.
It was just amazing.
Yep, exactly what you would expect.
Yep. Saw that one coming.
Top spin, not for self-preservation.
So when are you playing Mega Man and Bass?
Bass.
We are not enemies.
Which version? Game Boy Advance or original Super Nintendo?
GBA because I want you to hurt.
Dude, the
Ooh.
Pirate Man stage on that is such bullshit. Like-
I actually like the Super Nintendo version.
I like the Super
Yeah.
Nintendo version too, which I think I literally used as an excuse to interview Kayan, but when I first played the game, I couldn't find any, like it was just a ROM, and I couldn't find any sort of like explanation or like anything on it, so I just thought it was an incredibly good hack.
So, two things. One, I am now enjoying a delicious slice of pizza, and it is good.
Sweet.
That's nice.
Two, who wants to hear my incredibly important thoughts
Always.
on the Deadpool movie?
Oh, that
Sure.
was,
Even more so.
All right. So
You should call it Dead Pulverine.
I really should.
Wait. What,
I don't know how they fucked that
type
up.
of pizza? What topping of pizza?
That's
Pepperoni. You know, the classic.
Okay.
Was there going to be an objection if it was something else?
I hope so.
No, I was just curious. But I'm like, okay,
No, you
carry
have to
on.
fight Beat, or he will get a swollen head.
I mean,
I already
just-
have that.
the way Chrome's, the way you presented
Yo.
it, like I almost like the way you were asking that question. I almost pictured like somebody running in with a lab coat and like clipboard and being like, "Wait, we need to know what topping it is." like that was like the important
way to
thing
die,
for beating
Gogglebob. Excellent
Godzilla.
work.
But go on.
Anyway, so Deadpool and Wolverine. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I laughed
Yay.
several times. It was
More than
a
once.
perfectly fine. It was a perfectly fine popcorn movie.
Well, that's cool.
I don't think it needed to be a Marvel movie at all.
Well, I mean, you
I
understand
consider
how...
that the highest compliment.
It barely
That's
was.
the weird thing, right? Like, you take out one scene, one like weird scene doesn't even really fit with fucking John Faribault, and change the name of the timeline fixer dudes, and that's a movie Fox could have made 5 years ago.
Mhm.
There's no requirements there. It's all just, yeah, you made this movie. It's cool, but like Disney was not like required to make this. It's kind of strange.
Well, I mean, you say that, but do we know how much of the production crew of this was like people left over from the previous Deadpool movies, or is this like an
I don't know.
entirely like, you know, this was Kevin Feige wrote his own script or something like that?
No, this was
Really
all
doubt
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, so it's all
Or at least
the
mostly
old,
Ryan
the
Reynolds.
old
but-
guard.
Yeah, it was all the old.
Yeah, so
Deadpool.
then that does make a
Writer,
certain
yeah.
amount of sense.
Yeah.
Ryan
But,
Reynolds
like-
was told there's not enough Marvel in this. Write a scene with Marvel in it.
At any point, does
Well,
he become the Green
By a
Lantern?
man smoking a large cigar.
No, because he killed the Green Lantern Ryan Reynolds in the previous Deadpool.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true,
that's
he
right.
did.
With the back in the time travel thing.
There was a whole
forgot
scene
about that.
dedicated to him shooting himself in the head.
That's a very Deadpool thing to do.
But yeah, I liked it because
Cool.
it was a love letter to all the old Fox Marvel movies.
Yeah, that also struck me as a little bit weird. Like,
No,
knowing
not really.
that, like,
'cause-
no. Let me finish my dumbass
Okay.
thought here, and then like had the so apologies had the montage at the end, right, with like the Green
Yeah.
Day song and everything, which was very funny. But like I'm watching this and I'm going, wow, that's a really nice tribute to everything that came before it from the company that cannibalized it. That's weird.
It is in the process of eating its corpse.
Yeah. But like knowing that like that was probably put there by guys who actually did work on all those movies makes me feel a lot better about it.
I
Yes,
feel
you know?
like if like Fahey had been like the principal architect, there would have been much more winking about how much better off we are now. Because that's what like the Victorious company making a crossover always ends up doing.
I
Right.
mean, that was God. I'm trying to think of it. There was a Disney product that was released Oh, the fucking Chip and Dale thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
that
one.
had like 90% winking by volume.
But like also the fucking not Enter the Spider-Verse, the fucking Spider-Man No Way Home did
Oh yeah,
kind of some of
Spider-Man
that
No
as
Way
well. They're
Home.
like,
I
yeah,
almost wrote an entire essay about it. How like quietly it was like, by the way, our Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man that has ever been, and we gave
Yeah.
him a magical wishing machine. Like, I will never get over that. Like, hey,
Weird shit.
Tony Stark died and he left you a magical wishing machine. Please use it responsibly.
Also, he's
And then
done. Your wish turned him into Doctor Doom.
Yeah, and now it's going to end poorly.
gonna be doing this till you're 90.
that was a pretty great line.
That's
Like,
even better.
I don't know, like
right after the
I Disney has trouble in my eyes because whenever Disney tries to look, we're making fun of ourselves, it almost never lands for me.
I mean, they also very rarely, when they make fun of themselves, it's like the most gentle ribbing possible. Like,
Yeah, it's like
it's kind of like, boy, we sure do have a lot of money.
it's like when
what?
all those, to make a very bad analogy, it's like when Elon released his stupid AI Grok, and it was like it has a roast mode, so all the most witless idiots you've ever seen in your life were saying, "Hey, Grok, roast me," and like its idea of a roast was, "Oh, your profile pic has bad lighting, nerd." I'm like, man, we deserve a better class
You do
of
not
hater.
know how to construct an insult. You do not know how to hurt a man's soul, for you do not have one.
Yeah. If you can't love, you can't hate.
Apparently, the biggest insult possible is somebody bought your account and is using it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Do those respawn? Can you just like go back into that room
No.
40 times for other stuff?
No, the boxes do not respond, but any
I feel like,
random monster does. So.
oh yeah, that's one of my favorite
Whatever's-
parts about the ZX series is it keeps that. Oh, every time the enemy goes off screen, it just respawns. So like, you can kill the same guy like 40 times in a row. It's great.
I didn't love that.
Not into that.
I didn't say it was good. I just said I loved it.
You said it was great.
Yeah, but like
I did
my
say it was
weirdo
good.
kind of great. Apologies.
I don't know what you're apologizing for.
Coughing, dying on stream.
How dare
Very
you?
rude. Very rude of me.
Goddamn biological functions.
I keep getting My Hero Academia shit all over my timeline.
Oh, it just ended,
Yeah.
didn't it?
I think
Yep, last issue. Well, no, I take that back.
okay,
Last
that
the
explains
last
it.
regular issue in the storyline,
like
but
it's
there's gonna be like an epilogue here at the end of the year.
I really hope the epilogue is just ends with a truly it was a My Hero Academia.
The final issue is just they reveal it's been X-Men all along.
It's gonna
Charles
go to,
Xavier comes out and is like, fuck.
it's just gonna go over
Bakugo marries a woman.
It's just gonna go over to a My Hero collegiate experience.
Oh man, I can't wait to learn how. I don't know any of the characters in it.
I was gonna say it's gonna be My Hero Academia: The New Generation.
Oh,
Saved by the Bell, the new class.
Oh my god,
Just-
could they just call it Next Hero Academia? Because that would be awesome.
I'm torn between Next Hero Academia and Your Hero Academia.
And the
How about
third and
this-
final part, Our Hero Academia.
Oh damn, we're going places now.
Call it Our Hero Academia Super.
My Superhero Academia.
Shit, that's so good. I hate it.
Bob, Snake Man is kicking your ass.
Yeah, I'm always bad at Snake Man.
Are you good at any of them?
Hey, I beat Shadow Man with only dying once, man.
I mean, like, here's the thing, right? You've got like the setting on for like era accurate emulation and slowdown, and it's so that means that like you get so much time to make every single one of these poor choices, and you're still
mostly
making
get
them
to
all
watch-
so poorly.
We mostly get to watch him like deal with the poor choice that he made for a really long time.
Yeah, yeah.
Mega Man just
we all
slowly
get,
writhing
like-
in agony.
We all have so much time to think to ourselves again and again. Man, I would have done so much better than him.
That's it. Now we're having that damn freaking Wario Master of Disguise off.
You got Search Snake. It's abbreviated to SN, and I was like, oh yeah, snacks. I love snacks. Let's all get some
Mega
snacks.
Man got snacks. He cannot.
Could have been worse. It could have. They could have abbreviated Search Snake to SS.
Oh, that would be so much worse.
with a little snake that is like just very suggestive. It's like no, don't make that shape. Stop that.
Prince Horkin said an anime about kids in school is ending. What will replace that?
Did they ever kill
Don't
that
know.
thing on Assassination Classroom?
I never watched Assassination Classroom. Couldn't tell.
I only read a Wisteria Hysteria post where he referred to it as ass class and said no.
That was very common at the time.
I'm willing to spare the extra 7 letters. My time is not that valuable.
I can confirm that was actually common. Like,
I believe it. It's just like that sounds like a $3 porno tape.
How would
From
you feel if they had,
1986.
How would you feel if they had called it ass class?
Better.
Yeah.
Like,
That
Not
feels
gonna
more
lie.
that feels in line with your old like Assassin's Creed thread.
oh man. If of all the like really bad threads I should recreate on Blue Sky, that's definitely one of them. But I don't have the original images anymore. Those are scattered to the winds.
You'll have to make them again.
Yeah.
There's more of them now.
Ass.
There are so many Assassin's Creed. I would lose interest like on game number 8.
That's even faster than you did the first time.
No, I kept I used most Assassin's Creed games. I'm not sure how many there are.
Let's
I mean, you
see.
say most, but
I'm gonna start
God.
naming them off the top of my head.
Okay. No
Okay.
looking up. This is you can look them
Yeah,
up later.
no,
This-
that's
this
why I
has to
said off the
be
top of my head.
off the dome. All right. I'm in. I'm
Okay.
invested.
Assassin's Creed,
All right, sure.
Assassin's Creed Altair's Chronicles, Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed God, why am I forgetting? Liberation, Assassin's Creed 4, Assassin's Creed Freedom's Cry, Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Shadow, Assassin's Creed Lost Legacy. Did that actually come out? I know that there's like a shit ton of like mobile games that I cannot be bothered.
Mobile
to
games don't count.
But yeah, I
They're
think
ass.
that's all of the main ones. And I included a few like spin-offs that were just funny to me.
Holy shit! I don't. Yeah, there's no wonder I can never do that again. I can never go back. We must not return to tradition on this one.
I just remember it as Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 2, 3, Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Assassin's
Liberation
Creed,
might have.
Assassin's Creed, the one with the pirates. And the
Oh,
sea
I remember.
shanties.
Oh,
naming
Assassin's
that
Creed
one
Rogue. I
in my
forgot
thread.
Rogue.
Ass
the flag?
indeed. Flag.
Then there's Assassin's Creed Greek, Assassin's Creed Egypt, Assassin's Creed Vikings, and that's all I care about. Oh, there's also the French Revolution, but nobody gives a shit about that one.
But yeah,
I mean, I feel like
so
the French Revolution would be a great time for Assassin's Creed.
it would have been if they'd finished it.
Wait, it didn't actually. Wait. When you say
Like
it
that
was
game came
finished,
out, but brutally unfinished.
Brutally.
that's beautiful. I'm so happy.
Like that was the one where it's like, oh, for some reason it keeps only rendering like teeth and eyeballs and not the face.
Oh, I
so
remember
that's
that.
pretty
That
Oh,
was
I remember
great.
those. Yeah. That was. I remember reading like some article about it, and it was just like, okay, well, how microtransaction heavy has Assassin's Creed gotten? There was a bug where, like, if you hid in a hay bale, there was no button to get out. And they fixed that the day after they fixed a bug that would prevent you from going to the app to the like in-game store.
So I forgot one. I forgot
Oh, what
one
was
of
it?
these
Which-
games.
Let me
I
guess.
forgot Assassin's Creed Mirage, which was the most recent one.
Does it take place in fucking Agrava?
It takes
No.
place in like 9th century Baghdad.
Yeah, it's another Middle East one.
Okay.
Yeah, which I kind of want to pick that up eventually, just because it's like, oh, I like that setting. I would be interested in that. Maybe
I
on a Steam sale or something.
don't trust Ubisoft.
No.
Like, I have no doubt that the people working on these games care, but I don't trust Ubisoft.
But yeah, I'm
Understandable
upset that I
reaction.
remembered basically all of these.
Yeah,
Our
there's
Goggle Bob, if you get killed by this, oh, okay, good. Thank God.
There was
There
a
was
game
one.
that came out recently, I think like 4th of July. It's like a series of Z's, like in the name, but it's apparently another free-to-play game, and I was looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
I have
It was
already
Zero
written a
fuck
off.
thread. I have already written a thread about how that game is the bastard of Earth, and if you play it, even ironically, I will come to your house and kill you like Jason Voorhees.
So what is its name?
Zenless
Doesn't
Zone
matter.
Okay,
Zero.
that's it. Yeah, okay. We're on the same
I just
page.
know that there's a shark girl walks around in a maid outfit.
I am
Maybe she's
aware
popular with
that, like,
Twitter.
Yeah, I am aware that I get the YouTube ads
The
for that
Twitter's horned
fucking
up.
shark girl,
Oh, very
and
much
like
so.
I just look at it and I'm like, yeah, this is the character that you put in the game with like the big flashing neon sign over her that says "draw pornography of her, please."
I mean, that's the entire reason I know the game exists. Like,
Yes.
People were like, "Yep,
Just want
directions
it to go
received."
away.
Same.
Stop treating gotcha games like they're normal.
But yeah, what
Yeah,
is that
they're
game? Because
not.
I was looking at it and I looked at a Wikipedia article on it, and it said that it was free to play, but it couldn't. Whether by design or not,
I
the
think it's some
Wikipedia
sort of
article
action
did not
game.
like.
I saw people.
Is it like Genshin Impact again? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
so
so.
Same developer.
Okay, well,
comparison
then,
I saw, Gogglebob, was to Devil May Cry of all things, but it was only in the negative in that it didn't the point of contention was that it had no idea why the guns in Devil May Cry do chip damage, and it's like
Interesting.
it's like so it's
someone
trying to
never
Devil May
played
Cry.
Devil May Cry 2.
It's trying to be Devil May Cry without understanding Devil May Cry. That's insane.
Because I mean, like the thing about the free to play games is I'm always interested in what about the experience have they
What
monetized?
genre they have bastardized.
Well, no, I mean just it's a matter of like thinking of like Kingdom Hearts as an example. Like if you monetize the cure spell, like oh, that would instantly break the game, and I can understand why they would do that. So I'm curious what
that-
exactly a part of this game is monetized, other than I presume getting new characters. That's usually a
It's a
thing.
gacha, and there's a slot machine, so it's mostly that typically. I understand that Hoyoverse or MiHoYo, whatever the fuck they're called now, are the good ones in that they are not as predatory as other gachas, and that's horrifying.
Actually
That's
describe that as
fucking
more
horrifying.
evil. Because it's designed to onboard more people onto the treadmill as long as possible.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, my understanding from Genshin Impact, and I never actually played it, but my understanding was essentially by way of characters, they sort of monetized sort of like weapon durability as you would think about it, but just it was like essentially character durability, and you were encouraged to switch often. Am I getting that right? I never actually played the game.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know. None of us have played it.
Well, okay then.
I've had very long conversations with people who play it. Some of them quite passionate about it.
Yeah, that's why I thought
And-
Beat you might have some insight, just because I
Well,
know that. I know
the
that
thing
it's
the thing that I've been told by many people is that you can absolutely, if it's like your comfort food game, if it's the game that you play when you sit down on the couch and say, "I would like to play a video game for 15 minutes." For me, that game has been for like a year and a half now. Tears of the Kingdom, right?
Right.
I will just sit down and run over to a monster camp, clear it out, and I will be fine. I will be happy because it is a game I love and I enjoy playing it very much, right? If you play it like that, and say maybe spend 30, 45 minutes on it a day, and you have the necessary brain chemistry that does not put you at serious risk of gambling addiction, you can probably legitimately get most of the important things in the game, like all the characters. Like, I'm not saying like get them all to level max or whatever, but you can get like all the characters in a year. And somehow that's good compared to shit like Diablo Mobile. And
It
that's
feels like a
fucking
case where
horrifying.
like it's also a moving target. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure how long that would stay the case.
I mean, like, I think Genshin stopped updating eventually because they
No,
got.
I'm pretty sure
on-
Genshin's still updating.
Really? Okay. I thought.
That's
I thought,
why
I thought
Wife Arrow
they-
Yeah, they
keeps coming
had like
back.
a recent update.
That's
Really?
why
I
Wife
don't
Arrow
know.
keeps coming back, Pete.
I thought. What is it you said, fanboy, about Final Fantasy 14? How you will never get done the things you want to get done because one of the things you want to get done is Final Fantasy 14.
I
Something
don't
like
recall
that.
saying this, but it's not like it's one of those things where it's like every time that I start like think about picking it back up, the goalposts have shifted on when it gets good.
So it gets good after the tutorial, which is 400 hours in.
Like, it's one of those things where, like, every time I look back on it, like, the fan consensus has, like, shifted forward another expansion about how long it takes to get good. And it's like, I don't have time to play a game for 100 hours for it to get good. I don't. I don't
nobody
care.
has time for that.
It could be my favorite game ever. I'm not playing it for 100 hours to find out. I'm like, that's a distressingly common. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that's an FF14 exclusive thing. That's a distressingly common argument for like fans of any MMO is that like you need to play it for at least 100 hours to have an opinion on it. It's like, fuck you. I am not spending 4 Earth days playing a video game in order to determine if it's good. Most of them are done by then. Even most of the ones that suck are done by then.
I remember once. Do you remember Dan Olson's video on World of Warcraft Classic?
Yeah.
So I accidentally, and it was an accident because I didn't know who he was at the time, and like 5 minutes in, I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker!" and just tapped out. Clicked on an Asmongold video. You ever heard of that motherfucker?
I've heard the name.
It was his response to Dan's World of Warcraft video. And Dan's World of Warcraft video is very good. It's about
very even-handed and clearly made by someone who has a strong passion for the game.
Yeah, who likes the game, but like also is very realistic about like what the game is and how it works and everything, right? This motherfucker Asmongold, like Dan says, I better list my bona fides, and he like just basically cites
he
how
lists
many
off
hours
having
he has logged into World of Warcraft,
server
right?
first shit, and the fact that he's like had a continuous subscription for more than 10 years.
Yeah. Asmongold looked at that and was like, "Oh, fake fan detected. I have like 4 times that." And I'm like, "Well, that just means you've wasted your life. Are you even a person anymore?" Can you
World
look
of
at your
Warcraft conduit?
Yeah, can you look at yourself in the mirror and say, "I am alive"?
You may be alive, but you have not lived.
Yeah. What is it? What is it? Warlock Percy said in one of his, New Vegas videos. You are a nation, but you are not a community.
Torment.
Okay, so for those of you paying attention to the plot right now,
Why?
all the robot masters were defeated. However, Doc Robot has appeared somehow 8 times.
Doc Robot, also known as Skull Robot.
Yes, and Doc Robot, I will say Doc Robot is like my favorite why didn't we ever revisit this Mega Man concepts. It's just, he just is the other old bosses, and like, that's fun. Like, I maintain that Doc Robot should be in like a Marvel vs. game.
Oh, absolutely. He's great.
Just using up all the Mega Man 2 abilities. But this offers the interesting, like, rarely seen Mega Man thing of revisiting old stages as essentially like more difficult remixes, and I am kind of curious how they came to this as a concept, because it does work well, kind of.
Except for the parts that suck.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
Needleman.
Also, the background in this stage hurts my eyes
that's fair.
too much. No,
The Needleman stage, I could not do.
like I don't have like
I mean, like, that was the
epilepsy or
excuse to
anything, but
use
this
Rush
is
Jet.
excessive.
Prince asks, I love the Hearts version stages, but they never did them again, did they?
There's a rewind here? That's neat.
Of course, there's
Yeah.
a rewind.
Legacy Collection.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I forget which versions of Mega Man things have which things.
it's a legacy collection.
Like,
don't know what to tell
I
you,
can't hit
homie.
L and R to cycle through my weapons, which is annoying. But yeah, no.
So yeah, they never. I was gonna say.
Well, I was going to say exactly
yeah,
what
they
you were
ne-
just going to say.
Yeah, they never did again, but they did a second castle set of stages, which is basically what these are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that but better.
but I do appreciate that it's like very distinctly like the same like traps and like what am I saying, enemies as the stages, just, remixed into a slightly harder way. Like, these trash compactor things are, like, nothing in the original version of this level. Whereas here, they are more...
And now they're merely unfun.
Okay, so how far does the rewind go? Because I'm about to fight Quickman.
Yellow taxi goes vroom.
I'm glad you seem to be enjoying that one, fanboy.
I'm having a good time.
I always like
Oh,
the
fuck.
joke of using the Gemini beam against Quickman here is that due to the slowdown of the game, it slows down the opponent.
I would like that joke more if it didn't suck ass to play.
I'm just gonna watch Mega Man die so many times. Let me pause.
Live, die, repeat.
I
I
just
live, I
want to
die.
not have to
I live
fight this
again.
anymore. Yeah, so
Wow,
interestingly enough,
that's this is a hysterical. You should make that one of your gifts. Go.
Mega Man cannot live.
And it's already looping for you.
But my my own history with this game is that I played through Mega Man 3 before I ever played Mega Man 2, which meant that when all the Mega Man 2 bosses returned, meant nothing to me. Like, who's this asshole?
My Mega Man 2 story is that I played it after I heard the Dwayne and Brando song on the Wii Virtual Console, and it taught you that song teaches you all the boss weaknesses except the dragon.
Well, that's
Boomerang does
interesting.
not work on that shit.
Yeah, it does.
I must have been doing it wrong. Wait, no. What's it with then? It wasn't that. I know. All I know is that I was like, wait a second. That stupid nerd rap song led me astray.
They lied to me.
Yeah, I was upset.
I was upset.
Would have thrown off the rhyme scheme, I guess.
I found a golden
Well,
ring.
I'm old enough to remember when they did VHS tapes with tips and tricks.
Oh, so am I.
Full-
So am I. My
Full
friend
walkthroughs.
got one of those for fucking Donkey Kong Country before Donkey Kong Country came out.
Oh, I got one of those too.
It was more like a half-hour advertisement. Now that I think of it.
Yeah,
See,
no,
I-
I'm talking like an actual
Wow.
game
I still
players.
still have my tape, I think, actually, but I recently digitized it so I can watch it anytime I want.
Say no, I had one that was entirely Mega Man, or not Mega Man 2. Well, it was Mega Man 2. And then there's another one that was entirely Mario Brothers 2.
Well, that's cool. You know, I never saw any for the NES ones. I did have the tips and tricks books that were written by completely unofficial sources, which those were often great because they gave really terrible advice. Like, there was one about Mortal Kombat that was just every goddamn thing it said was wrong. And to be clear, this wasn't like a strategy guide. This was like a book you would buy at a bookstore with like maybe 2 pictures.
Mortal Kombat.
It was like, in order to do Sub-Zero's skeleton fatality, it's like, no, I already know this is wrong.
I love skeleton fatality.
Prince Hordkin knows what I'm talking about with the Nintendo Power videotape. That's what my my neighbor had.
That's what everybody had.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of them like narrated by freaking Jason Alexander or something?
I think at least one, yeah. Du-du-du.
I gotta say, I really am impressed by how ambitious they were for putting this game on the NES, because like it is the Nintendo is crying, even this simulation of it.
I'm gonna simulate beat in the Nintendo.
You can't. I'm too complicated.
The Nintendo
I don't feel like that's true. I don't even think you believe that.
It's only one me. Too much for the supercomputer that simulates the whole universe to handle.
Everybody's supposed to be moving much faster, but they unfortunately beat us here.
Fist bumping Roko's Basilisk.
Yeah. Roko's Basilisk gives me a high five. It's fucked up, like
Hey,
how
this
much
level's pretty
of
tactic,
the dumbass long-termism shit is just, no, see, we have to create the computer that tortures everybody because all the people in there will be real. It's
I don't
amazing
feel
how
like that makes
stupid
any
it is.
sense.
No, it doesn't. Long-termism is basically how a way to convince stupid idiots that the best way to use their stupid infinite money is to invest in your dumbass tech startup. It serves no other purpose.
I love serving no other purpose.
I think you can find a better purpose than that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
just happy.
serving.
According to reports, like AI is reaching that critical level where absolutely nobody likes it.
Yep.
Like actual publications are reporting, "Hey, wait a minute! I don't think this is ever going to start making money." Which
Someone
is all
has,
we've ever wanted to see.
Someone has started questioning the Emperor's clothing choices.
Exactly. Which is
think
like it
everybody's
always
being-
takes forever, but like same with the stupid NFT nonsense, where it was like eventually they're going to catch on. I can't remember who this is. This is
Yeah,
Emperor's-
yeah.
Crashman.
There was like one guy, like that got like quoted by somebody saying, "Oh, well, you see, I think everybody else will hear AI stuff and enjoy it." Man, I have listened to AI songs. They are either a song you already know that already exists, but we made Ariana Grande sing it instead of Drake, and it's either that or just the most like uninteresting bullshit you have ever heard in your life.
I mean, AI being the least interesting bullshit you've ever heard in your life, like, is consistent.
And being created by the least interesting bullshit people you've...
Exactly.
I mean,
Right?
the only application that I ever seen that made sense for was basically fetish porn, and it isn't like the be all end all of it. It's just kind of like, this is the fastest way to get My Hero Academia characters as centaurs. Like, if that's what's going to get you off,
Why
here
is
you
it
go.
always centaurs with you?
And
It's just the weirdest
Oh, Bob,
thing.
it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to feel like you're self-reporting. You can just say, "Yeah,
I
we
mean,
all
just,
know."
I played Mortal Kombat 3, I saw Motaro, and just I never went back. No, Centaurs is, like, I don't mean to kink shame anybody, but Centaurs is just one fetish that I've never quite understood on any level. Like, oh damn, I
It's
wish
not
this
one
person...
that I'm used to seeing.
It will,
Yeah,
but
like,
it
that's-
definitely exists.
That's
though.
niche, even like in the pornography world.
But that's my point with it being niche, is that you can theoretically make a computer do that, and nobody's judging you, it's just the computer gives you centaurs.
Not that I've ever done that.
Yeah,
That would be very weird, wouldn't it? Totally
That
weird.
would be-
Wouldn't it be weird if, like, let's just talk about centaurs, ironically.
With their
I'm
glorious
extremely
glutes.
Why are you making it weird?
No, I do think that there are legitimate uses for AI. I've said this many times. I feel like AI, like, okay, like for example, this is the example everyone cites, but I feel like it's worth mentioning. Enter the Spider-Verse used AI algorithms to help the animators with fiddly stuff like shading and making sure everything like looked correct in every frame.
And like the facial tracking of like
Yeah,
the lines on the face.
Yeah, facial tracking, like if we can like create a program that like renders every thread on Spider-Man's spider suit with it so that somebody does not have to draw every single one of those by hand, I don't think that's a bad thing.
I agree with you, and it's a weird
It's
thing
like
to say. Oh, go on, Crumbs.
It's like
Yeah,
that. I don't like, these are two different types of AI. Like people,
Yes.
whenever
Yeah,
that's what I was
generative
gonna
AI
say,
is the
is
thing
that
people take
they
issue
always
Yeah.
complain about generative AI, and with
Yeah.
the problem with everybody calling generative AI just AI, it just like lumps everything, like even the
Yeah.
non-harmful uses of AI, into like this pile.
Because I
And
mean,
that's
like,
what the Gen
like,
AI people want you to do because it makes them seem more legitimate by association.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because like for
It's like-
instance, I was going to use the example of kind of like Spider-Verse is Nickelodeon when they were doing Rocco's Modern Life. Like that was years and years ago. They were using computers to keep track of Rocco's shirt. Like that is with all of its weird little triangles on it and shit. And
Yeah, that makes sense.
like that is something that like I don't think of that as AI. That's just an animation technology that keeps everybody alive.
We use the same word to describe the thing that steals art, the thing that steals literature, the thing that makes Tails follow Sonic around in Sonic 2, and the thing that like basically allows you to use 3D rendering techniques for 2D animation. We use the same word for all that shit. Oh, and
Yeah.
for rotoscoping too. That's insane, right? Like
That is
we should
insane.
have separate words for these things.
But it is beneficial to the people who want to steal your money and
Yeah.
steal art to conflate useful technology with non-useful technology.
Yeah, exactly. It's bullshit. I hate it. It sucks.
The example I've seen was they use AI to look at X-rays and see if they can spot cancer cells if it shows up before.
Did
Before a
you hear,
human would notice that.
Did you hear
Yeah.
about the hilarious?
Yeah, that's super great. I love that application because that will save so many lives.
Did you hear
If
about
it's
the
accurate,
hilarious way that they fucked that up though?
Mm.
Okay, they were trying to.
The dude who asked ChatGPT,
Yeah, no.
that's not the same fucking thing.
Yeah, no. What I was going to say is what they when they are initially doing those kind of trials, they were using pictures of tumors that were cancerous growths to identify like these are the bad tumors. And the funny thing is that for a number of pictures where doctors were trying to identify tumors, they had a literal ruler in the picture to denote how large it was. And so
Okay.
then
that is actually very funny.
the AI learned that the presence of rulers probably indicates cancer. So if there was a ruler in the picture, it was like, oh, this is cancerous. And then they
That's,
realized what was going on.
Yeah, that's why you always
Yeah.
got to control for a lot of factors in a data set, which is also why like this sort of stuff always also somehow accidentally ends up racist.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh, God.
inevitably.
It's
Well,
because the source data is racist.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it ends up racist, and then there's stuff like frickin' Google image search, like somehow conflating gorillas with anybody of African American descent, and it was just like they just
there was
completely took it off the market or something like that as a result.
Oh,
Yeah, I wonder why.
There was this one like tool that was just basically, hey, turn any photograph into an anime. Most anime characters, I'm not going to say are whites, but like many, there is a very like
They're
a
pale.
large like pale
I think
like
most,
ratio there.
Just saying most is, I think, reasonable. Like it's
I
not
mean,
universal,
usually they're
but
not,
most.
like-
I'm not
Well,
going
what I
to
would
say
say
white
is that
because the
usually-
intention is
yeah.
they're Japanese, but like
Yeah.
they are definitely lighter skinned. Like
They're pale.
en masse. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pale. So this little tool that was supposed to like turn a photograph into an anime character, it would see a black person and it would just go, well, that clearly can't be a human. Humans are pale. So it would turn them into a monkey. And yes,
Yeah,
that is
there
exactly
you
as
go.
racist as it sounds.
God.
Wow, you just dove right in.
Rush, no.
Wow. Rush,
I wanted my
why?
dog back.
Why would you do that to Rush? He's a good boy.
I'm just gonna point out, Goggle Pop just dove right in after him. Like, oh yeah,
I thought he would spawn
That
and I
is the
jumped
first
on him. Like my
choice that
brain
Goggle
didn't
Bob
work
has made
right.
all night that I agree with. You should dive in after Rush.
Rush Jet, more like Rush Shit.
Oh no, wait, this is.
I don't know.
Oh.
Rush is the only other good character in the Mega Man series.
What about Tango?
What about Beat?
Tango
I
knows
like
what he
Beat.
did. Well, yeah, you would like Beat. You know, they have blood on them.
Wow, fucking bodied
Good
over
boy.
here. I'll be right back.
Nope. No, I was gonna say the only other good one is Roll.
Oh yeah, she's good. What about Hardman?
Let's not bring back Hardman.
We're gonna bring back.
Hey, look up
Hardman.
his sins, but you gotta turn Google Safe Surf off.
Okay, that. Speaking of Google Safe Search, that is your goal for the night is to figure out what's in every Robot Master's internet history. Sparkman has nothing because he has no hands, so that one's an easy one. Shadow Man inevitably looks up cool ninja stuff.
Isn't Shadow Man an alien robot?
Yes, I was actually just about to bring up that they somehow made it canon that Shadow Man of the random Dr. Wily robots was produced by Dark Moon as part of the Mega Man cartoon game, which Fanboy can tell me the name of that.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Well, I was paying
Rockman-
attention.
Rockman Megaboard or something like that.
No, Mega Board was the board game.
Rockman and Light and Wily's Rockboard, that's Paradise, is in the cartoon game. What game are you talking about?
The game that is like a playable FMV type of thing.
Oh, Super Adventure Rockman.
Super Adventure Rockman. That's where they reveal that Shadow Man was created by Dark Moon.
I don't think anyone cares about that.
I'm back now.
I was gonna say, that was in the comic.
I was about to say it was canon to the comic too, which now, what is it? Ian Flynn is going to be writing new Mega Man comics.
I mean, you wrote the other ones.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Which company's gonna be publishing new Mega Man? Is it IDW or
Yeah.
Probably IDW.
okay?
I'm just
Does
always happy
IDW
when Mega
do
Man stuff
anything
comes
other
out.
than like licensed comics?
That's kind of
Like-
their bread and butter.
I mean,
Well-
it's good money if you can get it, but I just wonder if they're actually getting it.
Robots in
Ah.
disguise.
Let's see, I have to buy my wife her birthday presents.
Oh, happy birthday.
Did you figure out what you're getting her?
Happy birthday, Sequoia.
I said, did you figure out what you're getting her?
I mean, she supposedly sent me a list, and here it is. Yes.
What is the coolest thing you can buy for your wife for her
Everything.
birthday?
Everything. No, she's like, go to the Amazon and buy the things.
But you need to find the
The
coolest
Amazon.
thing on that list.
You're gonna take a trip to South America?
Get her
The
a
Amazon.
snake. Uh-oh, Wily ran off with Gamma. For those of you paying attention to the plot,
Why?
Dr. Light and Dr. Wily were working together for this whole game. And claimed
Wiley with an EY.
that... yes. And claimed that, like, we were off beating Robot Masters to grab energy sources for a peacekeeping robot named Gamma.
That's not the name I
Why
would
is,
give
how
a
is it
peacekeeping
supposed
robot.
to? How is it supposed to keep the peace?
I mean, it was Godzilla-sized, so I presume through extreme prejudice.
That seems more like, oh, we're keeping the peace by killing
That's murder
everyone
robot.
who disagrees.
Like,
Piece
your
of the
property
grave.
values go down dramatically if you disagree with being peaceful.
I mean, also your life expectancy.
Yes.
Autobots wish their battles to destroy.
The Decepticon.
More than you bargained for.
Can I just say, like, after people at the time kind of acted like Transformers never existed, I was so excited to find the MP3 of the Transformers movie soundtrack back when like that was new-ish. Like we're talking MP3s being new, not the movie being new.
Which movie?
The original
You-
Transformers.
You got the power.
Dare to be stupid.
I am currently shopping on Amazon. I was shopping on Amazon last night. Fanboy
More like
remembers
Amazon.
I was texting him while I did it.
Yeah.
My dear mother is getting Regina Spektor, Begin to Hope, for her vinyl record player, and also Album Minus Band by Bond Music Industry. Because I am a rascal.
Were you confirming with
rascal.
Fanboy that, like, is my mom gonna like this?
No, I am no. Yes, actually,
There was discussion involving that.
there was some talk
Probably
on
beats
that.
rapscallion status.
I said rascal, not rapscallion. That's
You're
different.
both.
I
Totally
just want to hear
both.
that, like, ever since the wedding, Fanboy Master and Beat's mom have been, like, staying in touch and, like, keeping track of each other, and, like, oh no, your mom will really enjoy this.
I think the only interaction I had with Beat's mom was I swore in front of her during the wedding and she told me to not do that.
Wah, wah.
I hope she was polite about it.
She was.
Oh, art fight ended. Like,
Oh, how'd you do?
Are you winning,
I made, like-
son?
Are you winning, son? You're not my son.
I don't know. They haven't
Good thing.
calculated the points yet. But I made 22 attacks, which is almost twice as much as my last 2 years combined.
Well, that's good,
'Cause
I think.
my first year I did 7. My second year I did 5. So like 22 is a lot.
Yeah, that's
For me.
significantly more. That's a terrifying
I-
number, actually.
And I did like 8 of them. Like the night it was supposed to end. Like I was up until like 7 a.m. Like
Don't destroy
And,
it.
and you also had the handicap of, didn't you have, like, no electricity for a couple of days in that time frame?
Yeah, like, weren't you hit by a
like
hurricane?
in the yeah, like I had like it was a whole week with no electricity, and I was like, man.
Drawing by
Like, after-
candlelight, like the colonists.
And after that, I was like, man, I don't really want to do this because I'm like the heat was a lot for me. I was just out. I was tired.
I think you're allowed to be like, be like, hey, today is not going great because I am dying of heat stroke.
I was about to
That
say,
seems
I
like a
have no
reasonable
electricity and
excuse.
it's July.
Yeah. Like the last day of Art Fight, like they had an extension for Art Fight, like just for a couple of days because the website went down on the first day because of the traffic, which happens like every
There's
game.
too much art fighting. Stop
People,
it.
they have too many arts.
Stop
I'll
it.
go-
Fighting.
I'm gonna go back down that ladder and go back in the hole and jump for another 5 minutes because that was the only time I felt joy during my entire watching of you play this video game.
It was funny.
It was very fun.
There's just enough lag with this controller and it's annoying.
I'm trying to finish my thought, but oh right. And on the last day, like before I did like okay, so I made like several different attacks. On the last day, like where I stayed up until 7, I created like 8 different like drawings. Like on that last day. It was just like several straight hours of just drawing like different characters because I really wanted to like finish the ones that I had planned on doing this year.
You are an artist possessed. Can you explain the art fight a little bit more? Because other than like tossing art back and forth at people, I don't quite get exactly how that goes.
Okay. So Art Fight, like artfight.net, is a competition from July 1st to August 1st, so the entire month of July, and you basically have to make drawings in that time frame, and depending on complexity and the polish of the artwork, you get more points for those artworks. So like a rough sketch would have like less points than like a full render, or like there's a bunch of different like stats for different levels of finish on the piece. Like you can just submit like any type of quality of piece, but like if you have more if you have more finished pieces, you get more points. And it's basically like there are two teams, and you have to like make more artworks than the other team to get the most points to win, I guess. The winning is symbolic. I don't know. You don't really get anything out of winning.
Well, of course, it's art. But with that in mind, is it like, does the other team like, challenge you to draw a duck, or is it just like you draw what you want?
Oh my god, I am so sorry. My brother just walked in, scared the Jesus out of me. Okay, but you upload your original characters to the website, and that's what they draw.
Okay, so you're drawing other people's characters.
Yeah.
Okay, that's neat.
That is pretty cool.
Like it can't be characters from pre-existing media. I think you can upload your pets too.
Well, that's good.
Which is like,
we need more pictures of cats. Yeah, because I definitely, what I could surmise from an outsider, like I could definitely see it was like original characters were being tossed back and forth. I didn't know what the deal was, if that was something like people just like drawing each other, or if that was like, required type of situation.
Back in the...
Yeah, it has to be original characters. Like it has to be either like a drawing that you've made, a drawing that you've had permission to use, or like a photograph that you've made or you have permission to use to store as like a reference.
Makes sense.
Like two of my characters on there are like just redesigns of like characters from other media, but they're different enough that it doesn't break the rules. And that's like sort of a gray area, but it qualifies. Like my Power Up Comics redesigns.
Power of Comics seems like, not to like besmirch it because I love it, but like the character designs in there are very simple and just sort of honestly begging for people to like put their own spin on them, because
right.
I mean, I don't know how other artists feel about it, but to me that sounds like a good thing. Like
that's a compliment.
Like I saw getting passed around recently some random artist complaining about like all the most popular artists on Instagram, or all the most popular comics on Instagram are ones with like extremely simple art. Like
oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Like that Asian dude that like has a white Sona.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a component of it too. But the reason I was thinking of it was,
never mind, I'm good.
The reason I was thinking of it was because like my favorite when I was younger, and like vaguely dating myself, but my favorite Nintendo character that ever came around was Kirby, because goddamn can I draw Kirby. He's a circle with legs. And like
he's shaped like a pen.
I realize there are people
there's
that,
a meme.
Yeah, I realize there are people that are like, oh, that's what makes it bad, but it's like, no, simple designs are pretty great. Like this is what I
like
identify with.
Like simple designs are great. Like that guy inadvertently in his comics, he proves the point that like it's not a point that he wanted to prove, but it's a point that the designs prove that that having a simple design, like a simple but recognizable design, is like a lot more likely to get popular. Like I don't even remember that guy's name, honestly.
Yeah, no. I mean, I just saw it in passing. I honestly know nothing about the person other than just somebody was pointing out, like, get a load of this yokel. But it is just a situation where it's like, you know, like, no, there's a, like, it looks like they're easy to draw, but guess what? Like, that is a good thing. And also, never mind the fact that if something's easy to draw, you can actually produce it. Like, I can't tell you, like, as somebody who was there during the early days of webcomics, I can't tell you how many people designed webcomics with main characters that were just impossible to draw, and then surprise, like, they could only produce 2 comics in a year. And I'm still laughing at them. Like, some of the Keen Spot ones.
Like, if you want to make comics, don't you want to make a character that you can like, draw over and over again?
Yeah,
I think having a comic on standby that I haven't really worked on.
Mega Man got stuck without a hand there for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I know everybody wants to be like Marvel out of the gate, but like, let's be real, Wolverine isn't easy to draw.
Yeah. That was another point. I wanted to make that point, but I forgot like immediately. But you also need to consider the style for like your narrative.
Oh yeah,
like,
very much so.
Because like the guy is like he makes like those like, oh, it's the 4-panel like jokey comics. Like, you really don't need a detailed style for that. Like, you can just it's all in the expression work for those types of comics.
Yeah,
and like having a simpler style like can actually like benefit you in that regard.
I mean, it will benefit you, no doubt.
Yeah, will. Yes.
I mean, we always make jokes about, like, Rob Liefeld drawing feet or whatever. I think that was a Deadpool joke, too. But, like, you know...
Is that how his name is pronounced? Liefeld?
I have no idea. I'm bad at pronouncing names. I just know my...
No,
I've
never
always
heard it
pronounced
out
Liefeld.
loud.
Always pronounced it Liefeld.
Okay, I
also
always pronounce Liefeld
pronounced
too.
Liefeld.
I don't know how to talk, okay?
No, I actually
that's
pronounced
okay.
it Liefeld in my head, even though there's no second I in it.
I am checking the pronunciation guide on Wikipedia.
I mean, there's enough interviews with the guy. It's probably out there.
And it's really hard to go see Kevich.
Okay, but I haven't watched any interviews with the guy. I just know him because he, like, draws feet weird in comics.
Yeah, so I looked
Lots
at
of
it,
pouches
like,
on his characters.
according to the pronunciation guide, it is in fact Liefeld.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I personally
So-
think Liefeld got way too much shit for, just being kind of a weird dude.
And not for the homophobia for some reason.
Oh, I wasn't aware of the homophobia. That sucks. I'm not okay with that.
Well, I think it was, I mean, homophobia aside, which is a wonderful sentence, but...
What a great start to any sentence or
Yeah,
argument.
you're doing great.
Homophobia.
Well, I was going to say,
Taco Bob, I'm your lawyer, and I'm advising you to keep saying that shit.
I was just
Like,
going to say,
I'm fully reminded.
when he was popular, like, there was a lot, like, oh, you should be drawing like him, which naturally led to a lot of people being like, no, I shouldn't. I mean, that was just kind of the end result of how that happened.
I'm just going to drag back to that subject just long enough to say you just forcibly reminded me of one of the most recalled lines from Community. I can excuse racism, but I draw the line at animal cruelty. You can excuse racism?
Yes. There's a reason that's a meme.
It's a very, very strong line.
And also very fitting of the character too, I will point out.
Oh
Like-
yeah, 100%.
Like it 100% like, yeah, I can see her saying that.
It's exactly the line she says in that line.
Well, yes, I know, but point being is that it's not just
It's
out of
not
character
out of
for the
character.
sake of a joke. It is just straight up. Like, yes. I think we might be beating Mega Man 3 tonight.
I
No,
wish Beat lived in a Wily castle.
so
like
do
that
I.
would be more correct.
So do I.
My neighbor across the street has one of those weird pipes coming out of their house, and I always wonder if it's Dr. Wily.
It is Dr. Wily. You figured it out.
I live
You'll
across the
find
street
Dr.
from
Wily.
Dr. Wily. Not
Dr.
the
Wily.
Send a little blue robot boy in to take care of him.
Man,
I love when
I
we're
really-
both
I
involved
really-
back then.
I really need to keep working comic.
No.
Oh my god, oh my god.
I feel like just because I've seen this design much less than most Dr. Wily robots, this is one of the less well remembered, less well regarded Dr. Wily enemies.
Well, it's
Dr. Wily
not-
final machines.
It was before Dr. Wily just made it his pod was like the only thing he ever did. But this is also Springtrap
Bobathan and
Wily.
the Wily capsule.
Yeah, what was it?
Photosensitivity
Mega Man 4,
warning.
I think, was when they first did that, and then they never did anything again.
Womp. Oh, blue, 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 blue. Oh! It was a trick!
Oh.
And now we get to fight a peacekeeping robot.
The double beat. Given the
Very considerate of him to just start you in a room full of goodies. Do
I
all
just-
these
Including
respawn
your own
upon
head.
death?
They do
No.
not, and I love that there's a health restore because there's literally no way to damage yourself before getting that. Like the
And I
E-Tank
wonder if
obviously
at one
makes
point
sense.
they were cruel enough to not give you health restores between Wily levels.
I mean, I guess it's possible. Gamma, the peacekeeping robot.
Do you have 8 energy tanks?
I think
Yep.
so. At
I
this
expect to
point.
see no rewinds.
Okay,
Yeah, like
fine.
if you rewind, that means you just suck.
I mean, if I do it right, I can kill this guy in one hit.
Well, did you do it right? Clearly not.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I mean, it's top spin. This is
Not
not one
a
of the
Wily.
harder final Wilies.
I mean, considering it's a giant robot, like they do revisit in Mega Man X5. I will give it that. Where's
wow.
Dr. Wily? Oh no, too late.
Dr. Wowie. Dr. Wowie.
Mega
Oh,
Man, you
well.
were getting consciousness. I found you lying there when I arrived. I wonder who brought
Where's
you here.
Dr. Wily? Oh no, there's just this enormous pile of ketchup. I'm deciding to believe it's ketchup.
Dude, just the idea that in Mega Man 3 Dr. Wily is just flattened like a pancake.
Oh yeah, no, just instant death.
Just a
The
gooey
most-
lab coat is all that's left of him.
The most dead any Dr. Wily has ever been.
I love that Mega Man 3, like, looking back at Mega Man 1 was like, hey, let's look at the original Robot Masters.
Waste disposal.
Yeah,
Ground
that's right.
disruption.
Fireman had a purpose.
Antarctic investigation. Sure, that one makes sense. Guts Man. I mean, we all love Guts Man.
One of the most popular designs. That's why they keep bringing them back every other
Yeah.
game.
He's a big boy.
Let us all contemplate Gutsman's ass.
I've never contemplated that, but
Bum, bum.
now that Proto Man.
Blues.
I haven't been paying attention. What happened here?
Dr. Wily got
talk
squished like a
about one.
pancake.
Dr.
And it
Wily
turned
is
out-
extremely dead and will never be back.
He's a wet
And it
stain
turned
on
out-
Is it over?
It is
Blues
over.
Man is Speed Racer's twin brother Rex.
Like, is that what they were building up to? I guess so.
Is it over?
It
Yep,
is.
It's over.
Time to play Mega Man 4.
Okay.
I mean, it's official. It's almost exactly 10 o'clock. This was just a test. I somehow beat the entire game. So I think we're good for the night.
Yeah,
we've
that's it.
confirmed it
You're good
works.
for the night.
Prince
It
Orkin
does
has
indeed
not
work.
been commenting. I can't hear a goddamn thing this entire time. So I think we're good.
Hooray.
I tested your volume levels; they sounded fine.
Yeah.
What's
no,
on Tuesday?
On Tuesday, we are going to play the sensational find of the Xbox 360 Braid.
Oh God, I forgot.
Why? Why?
I don't know what that is.
Just so we can spend
Oh,
3
stay
hours
course.
complaining about Braid.
I think I can get that. Can we just stream the video of Soldier Boy playing Braid for like 3 hours?
I mean, that would be a better stream. That would be a happier stream. We would all
We
be
can
happier
comment.
as people.
I'm sorry,
can
the best I
comment on
can
it,
give
like-
you is playing Braid while My Chemical Romance plays on a loop in the background. Sorry.
You listening
What's
to My
the worst
Chemical
thing
Romance
I
in
can
2008?
say? Things are better this way.
We can't
Wait,
afford
is that even My
Soldier Boy.
Chemical Romance? I don't actually know if that's My Chemical Romance.
The only
It is
NPR
My
track I
Chemical
actually
Romance.
know is the one
Oh,
that was
okay,
in
it was,
Guitar Hero
so-
2.
I wasn't wrong.
I,
Okay,
What was it in
Here's-
Guitar
well,
Hero?
I've listened to My Chemical Romance a lot.
In Guitar Hero 2, this might have been added for the 360 version because that had like 5 additional songs, but they threw in like Dead, I think.
Yeah, okay. But all right, so that's it for for this night that doesn't actually exist, and we'll pick it back up on Tuesday with Braid. Oh boy, let's all get excited.
I'm not gonna get
Okay,
excited
yay.
about Braid. Fuck
No one's excited for this.
Chromes will learn what Braid is.
I will.
Isn't Chrome's better off not knowing what
Nope.
Braid is?
we're gonna make you whatever the adult version is of whatever you want to be, Chromes. Welcome to Braid.
Oh,
That seems wrong. I don't feel like it's right to inflict the John
I'm gonna
blow
throw
game
Gogglebob in a dumpster right now.
on an
I'm gonna
innocent
call child
individual.
services on you.
And then I'm gonna light the dumpster on fire.
Is it because I got like super amped about dissing Braid Anniversary Edition
Yes.
Gogglebob?
Yeah, pretty
Is this
much.
my fault?
Yes, this is your
Yep.
fault.
Well, now I feel for the first time in my entire life actual guilt.
Guilt, regret.
Good night,
Sorrow.
everybody.
A whole bunch of things, really.